Hi, for today's video we will have a look at this. So it was on eBay sold as a grab bag of various new old stock aircraft hardware. And yes, obviously it is aircraft hardware, it is very various and mostly new old stock. So it came in a big plastic tub, apparently a lot of various things. And the bigger one are on the top, but on the bottom we have all the small stuff like screws. It came from a British seller, Depper Aviation, who makes very nice furniture from aircraft parts. It is from the same seller I purchased previously my Rolls-Royce bolts. Here is the information for you. Check their website on their eBay shop. There is real nice stuff at every range of price you can afford, more or less. Some stuff is like this was really cheap. I believe 30 British pounds for the whole thing. So obviously we have a large assortment of stuff. I see big bolts, clamps, connector parts, other connector parts, spacers, and weird things. So first I think I must organize everything. It will allow to check out what we have and in which quantity of each. So let's do it. So, finally, it is done. almost no junk or trash apart for a few pieces of adhesive tape. My hands are dirty. I did not prepare enough containers. And it was quite insane. So let me wash my hands and we will have reorganize everything and we will have a look at what we have. We will start with a plastic tray which is now empty, and for the first time I am able to look at the bottom side. Gratignels F1 tray, World Didac Award, made in England, USA, copyright 2001. So it is a nice strong plastic tray. I will definitely clean it and reuse it. For now it deserves a cleaner tray. Well, a little bit. So where to start? We'll start with bigger parts, I believe. Say this one. So here we have a number of these clamps with engraved numbers on them. A lot of numbers, so they seem to be some kind of pipe clamps. You can see it is not even at this side. Quite weird. Not sure how you use them. And I have a whole bunch of them. So let me grab a magnet. We will be able to check what is magnetic or not. So they are lightly magnetic. Not, so there must be some kind of stainless. Little bit magnetic, not too much. Interesting. And I have a whole bunch of them. Also this hydraulic piece of pipe, only one of it. Obviously new old stock. So it is the first thing. And the box is not big enough. Next, let's look at this. So we have different things in here. This kind of articulation piece. Apparently you will put a big rod in the middle and some other rod in here with bushings. A lot of ID numbers at the bottom, made of aluminium. This thing, weird part here, seems to be a receptacle for another big metal rod. Also engraved information. This mounting bracket for a pipe, probably hydraulic pipe, something like this. And what else? How many of these things? Only two? I did believe I had more of them. Yes, I have more of them. So these things, some kind of hydraulic fittings, because you can see we have a fine thread here, engraved numbers. It is made of steel, and we have a hole in the middle here, which is actually connected to a very tiny hole here. And if I shine a light in this hole, you can see, yes, it is connected. So interesting. I have 5 of them, something like this. This kind of washers with holes apparently for safety wire. Still interesting. 3 of them, and I have 4 of those things. Seems to be hinges made of some kind of reinforced plastic. So maybe hinges for doors in a passenger compartment or something like this of an aircraft, with brass inserts for 2 screws. I have 4 of them. Okay. We continue with the big stuff, I guess. This. Those things, they are, I believe, clamps of attachment devices for wiring blocks, little blocks where you connect wires to interconnect them. Here is the model number for you. Playing at home. I have 3 of them. I have 2 of those things, so apparently connector frames. It is even written in French. Very light metal, this, with copper springs in the middle. So I have 2 and 3 of those things, probably, I guess, some kind of protection part for connectors that will come in the middle here. Not sure. Okay, we continue with what? Connectors and connector parts. A bunch of different things. I have actually one complete connector with contacts inside, and these parts come apparently in this part of the connector, like this. You have the cable clamp that will come like so, and you have the matching screw that will clamp everything together to attach the wires. Yes, they all are all of the same kind of equipment. I have a few of those empty connector shells missing the contacts. So I actually have a few golden connector contacts. So maybe these ones do match these things here. Not sure, like in this direction. Yes, it is possible, but you need a special insertion tool. What else? So a lot of these connector parts and blind connector receptacles to store unused plugs. A lot of them also. And a few connector caps or pipe caps. Always good. And yes, nice golden contacts here. So this is nice because here we have definitely expensive stuff. Next, what? Ah, yes. A terribly huge amount of aluminium spacers. And if it is not enough, smaller spacers and other flavor of spacers. Maybe I can put both together. Okay, I have no idea of what I will do with them, but I have a lifetime supply of useless spacers at least, and one is even trying to escape. Okay, quickly, apparently brass washers, they will go in my washers stock. We continue with maybe I don't know, in fact, grounding straps in a copper and brass, tin copper exactly, so maybe I can use them, not sure. What else? These things, I do not know what they are, if they are electrical terminals to solder wires on. They are not magnetic, so they must be brass. Well, not really, a little bit magnetic, so maybe they are rather stainless, so they may be for retaining cables or pipes, something like this. Not sure. So speaking about weird stuff, those things, also little clumps, aluminium, these things, quite a few of them. We continue with aluminium, maybe rivets. first kind of rivets with one screw that is not at the correct spot. Okay, so aluminium rivets, aircraft grade, you can see. Not sure what I can do with them. New old stock, obviously, because they are single use. Speaking about rivets, a whole bunch of these kind of rivets. So here we have high quality 2 parts rivets with inner steel piece and outer aluminum one. I need a proper gun to try one. Quite a few of them. Here random springs. They will go in my spring stock. A few one of a kind screws. Nothing interesting. A few crimp terminals for cables. Here we have apparently little ID plates with handwritten these tags here with handwritten information of them on them. These are sticky ones, sure tab, they are written, not sure what they are for. Big washers that did come and in this container. These things are interesting because you can see we have 2 captive nuts with a piece of paper they did insert before painting to protect the thread on the new old stock with still the piece of paper on some information. More of these little things and one beautiful little kind of access cover or panel with a little bit of reinforcement here. Okay, we continue with here bigger spacers and a whole bunch of this particular model of ball bearing made in Germany. Okay, we continue with one of a kind items here. So these things, some kind of shaft with apparently greasing ports or oiling ports or hydraulic ports. Another one different here, quite weird thing also, all in the middle apparently. Kind of shaft here in brass. This I believe they are for connectors, and even maybe you will match this thing here. Maybe not, maybe yes, not sure. I have 4 of them, some kind of pulley here, one of a kind rivet here. I have only one like this. Okay, and one piece of cable with this thing also. Maybe it is matching, not sure. Okay, you get the idea. What will we do with all this? I have strictly no clue. Here, big error here in the realization. Big structural screws, apparently to put together airframe. You can see it is a blind screw with a female Allen odd here and outer thread. They come in 2 flavors, this one big and this one without the, yes, also with Allen ball. I believe I have 2 different sizes here with the information at the end. You can see quite a bunch of them. And they are not magnetic, so apparently aluminium. We continue with big hardware here. This super big aluminium bolts. A lot of them. So main structural hardware of the aircraft, obviously. More screws here of a few different flavors. Interesting, we have this one. I believe it is the first time ever I have those 12-point heads. We continue with more screws, long bolts here, and I believe it is the first time I have those 12-point heads you find on aircraft engines, for example. It is actually matching the round end of a wrench, 3/8 of an inch for this one, and very strong grip, obviously, very nice. So, first time ever I have them. This is proper steel. More regular aircraft kind screws here, so this is good. A whole bunch of these ones. Not very magnetic, so must be also stainless. And I did just see some mix here, unplanned, mixed. Okay, it was quite something actually to do the organization of everything. So you can see nice quantity of these screws, regular aircraft screws, so they are good. More screws here. This one are blind again with a little bit of Allen socket at the end. Interesting. We have these ones, so really nice because I believe they are titanium or titanium, as you want to tell them it. Tri-wing head here and really light, not magnetic, and dark color, so apparently we have titanium screws, quite good amount of them, so this is really nice. I believe we are almost done. Last thing is this super tiny rivets for I guess manufacturer plates or information plates. So I could probably use them in some restoration projects because they are hard to find. So interesting here, good stuff. Okay, so this was quite insane. Now I have to figure out where to store all the stuff because obviously it does a nice amount of various things. Really nice grab bag for the price. Interesting assortment. In particular, I guess, particularly for the connector pass, I believe. But everything else is good. Except maybe for the enormous amount of spacers, which I have no idea of what to do with them. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye.